Hello. Let's learn how to put details onto our statues. We're going to use the same three methods that we've already learned, slab, coil, and pinch, but this time on a smaller scale to make things like eyes, mouths, and arms. Before you start adding any of your details, make sure you have at least three main parts of your statue: a slab piece, a coil piece, and a pinch piece. Don't attach these pieces yet, because once you do, your statue will be very delicate, so keep them separate and sculpt your details onto them first. The first way you can sculpt details onto your statue is by rolling out a slab. Make sure it's pinky thick, and then cut out whatever shape you would like out of the slab. I'm going to cut out a triangular nose shape, kind of a diamond shape. You can draw it lightly in your clay and then cut it all the way out using your knife. Make sure these slab shapes are neat and well cut out. Once you have your shape, you can set it on there and see how it looks. But remember, your clay will never be attached unless you scratch it, dab it, and press it on. The big pieces of your statue may be a bit dry, and you will need to scratch it once like crazy, and then dab it with water, and then scratch it up again. This will really wake the clay up and make sure that your new piece attaches well. Press it on. Do not stitch slab pieces though. That will make them disappear into the body of your statue. Just smooth it, and we want to have that nice sharp edge. There's a nose. Another way you can add details onto your statue is with coils. So you can roll out a coil. It's okay for these coils to be a little bit thinner than a pinky if you would like them to be. They can be pencil thin. You can use these to make lips. You can use them to make mustaches, all kinds of things, eyelids, eyebrows. I'm going to use it to make a kind of spiraling oval mouth like that. And I'm going to scratch it, dab it, scratch it up some more, scratch the mouth, and press it on. Then smooth out the edges. Remember, do not stitch and smooth it or it will disappear into your statue's body. Another good use of coils is to make arms. Now, if your arms are thicker than a thumb, then you'll have to use a hollow cylinder. But if you're envisioning an arm that is in between pinky and thumb thick, you can use a coil of clay. Roll it out until it is in between pinky and thumb thick. It can absolutely not be any thicker than a thumb. Now, sometimes when you do this, you will end up with a little funky bit at the end of the coil, and you will need to cut that off. Add a little water to your coil so it doesn't break as you bend it into the shape of your arm. And that's way too long for my arm, so I'm going to pinch off about half of that and then form that into the shape arm that I would like. Your arm could come back and touch the body. If you waited till after you put the head onto your statue, you could have it come up and attach to the head or the lower body. It is crucial that the attachment point of your arm be thicker. You can see there how the end of that is a little bit thicker than the rest of the arm. Then scratch your attachment point, dab with water, scratch the end of your arm, and press it on very firmly. You're going to need to keep pressing that arm in to make sure the attachment point is very strong. Then you can stitch it and smooth it and bend it into the position you would like. Now, my statue's looking pretty cool, but I don't have any pinch sculptures. I'm going to add some to the sides of the cylinder. I'm going to make a little pinch pot. I'm going to make two of them actually. They're going to attach on like that. Scratch up the spot where they're going to fit onto your statue's body. And then for a pinch pot, I'm going to actually have to create a hole in the side. This is going to make it so that the entire statue is hollow and we're not trapping a little air pocket just in that little pinch pot. I'm going to do that on both sides by pressing in and twisting the fettling knife. Once you have your holes, you can scratch it up some more, scratch up your pinch pot, dab with water, and press it on. Stitch and smooth to make it look good, nice and neat. And there you have some pinch pot sculptures onto the side of a cylinder. Now, the statue's really coming along, but I can add one more thing using the pinch method. It's possible to create little pinch sculptures that are not hollow. Just pinch them up with your fingers. There I made a little star shape. I'm going to scratch it, dab it, and use those little pinch star shapes for the eye sculptures. I'm gonna poke a hole in them so the guy has a pupil, and we'll talk more about carving tomorrow. There's a little preview, and there you have some details onto my statue using slab, coil, and pinch. Now it's your turn.